You are born in the Viking Age. Sounds epic, right? Long ships, battles, Valhalla. Except you are not born a Viking. You are born a Thrall. That is Norse for property. See that big table in the middle with the roasted meat and mead? That is not for you. That is never for you. Your first accessory isn't a blanket. It is an iron collar. Welcome to the bottom of everything. Your owner checks on you the way you'd check on a barn cat, briefly, and without much interest. Your mom loves you. But love doesn't change the fact that you are both inventory. Your first memories are of the floor. You see a lot of boots and not a lot of kindness. By 3, you are working, not playing. Working, carrying water, feeding animals, cleaning filth. The owner's kids treat you like a chew toy, and nobody tells them to stop. You learn fast that crying makes it worse, so you swallow it every single time. Dinner is whatever falls off the table. You and the dogs eat at the same level. Literally, your bed is straw next to the goats. On the bright side, goats are warm. That is the only bright side. Morning starts with a boot, not an alarm, not sunlight. A boot to the ribs, every single day. Negative temperatures, pitch dark, and you are 5 years old emptying chamber pots. Living the dream. By 5, your daily schedule is set. Wake up before dawn, work until dark, eat scraps, collapse. You carry firewood, haul water, muck out stables, and clean things you can't identify. Every day. Break something, and you get the switch. Complain, and you get the switch harder. Your hands crack and bleed every winter. Nobody offers you gloves. Gloves are for people. The other kids your age are learning to fight. You are learning which end of the broom works better. Your hair gets cropped short so everyone knows what you are, in case the collar wasn't obvious enough. You are up before the sun. The chickens aren't even awake yet, and you are already hauling feed, grinding grain by hand. Hours of walking in circles, pushing a stone wheel. It is a hamster wheel for humans. Fishing duty means hauling nets in freezing water until your fingers stop working. Then you haul more. Hold this rock over your head until I say stop. That is discipline, Viking style. At night you practice with a stick. You'll never hold a real sword, but pretending keeps something alive inside you. Washing wool in a freezing river because your owner's wife wants a new cloak. Priorities. Any free Viking can hit you whenever they want. It is not illegal because you are not a person. Under Norse law, killing a thrall is a property crime. Like breaking a fence, same category. Digging ditches in the rain isn't punishment. It is Tuesday. Punishment is worse. Meals are gray porridge from a shared trough. You eat with your hands because utensils aren't in the budget. At the market, thralls get inspected like cattle. Teeth checked, arms measured. You are worth about 2 goats. You try stealing food once, just a crust of bread. Because your stomach makes the decisions now. You get caught. The beating lasts longer than the bread would have. Second attempt goes better. You eat in the dark behind the pigsty. 5 stars, excellent ambience. Sometimes you get loaned out to other farms, like a library book, but one that carries things. By 13, your body is all muscle and bone, not from training. From being a human forklift. Your daily routine hasn't changed. It is just heavier now. More manure, bigger logs, longer hours. When Vikings go raiding, guess who rows the ship? Not the Vikings. They're busy looking dramatic at the bow. 14 hours of rowing. Your back screams, your hands blister, and nobody asks if you need a break. Stop rowing, and you get thrown overboard. The ocean doesn't negotiate. The Vikings raid a village and come back with gold. You come back with more calluses and nothing else. After the raid, you load their treasure onto their ship. You are basically a Viking moving company with 0 pay. The row home takes 3 days. You dream about porridge. That is how low the bar is now. Your owner decides to sell you at the trading post in Hedeby. You are worth 4 goats now. Moving up. New owner, same deal. Different farm, same mud, Same porridge, same collar. Free men laugh and drink 10 feet away from you. You might as well be on a different planet. You serve their food, pour their mead, clean their mess. In return, you get to keep breathing. Fair trade. Your new bed is in a tool shed. At least you have more personal space than the goat stable. New farm is bigger, which means more work, not more food. The math never works in your favor. By 18, you can swing an axe better than most free men. Difference is, they swing axes at enemies. You swing at logs. Your back carries the weight of an entire farm. Nobody writes sagas about the guy who hauls the grain. Heroes march past on their way to glory. You march to the compost heap. Different parades. Sometimes you sit by the fjord and wonder what is on the other side. Then someone yells your name, and you get up. You notice the new Thrall girl on the farm. Romance isn't exactly an option when you are both owned. You share stolen scraps behind the barn. It is the closest thing to a date either of you will ever have. Your owner doesn't approve, not because he cares about your feelings, because he didn't authorize it. Thralls don't get to choose who they're with. Your owner decides if you breed, like livestock. Some days you drag the plow yourself because the ox died, and you are cheaper to replace. You hear a rumor. A thrall 3 farms over bought his freedom. It is possible. Technically, you'd need to save enough silver to buy yourself, which is hard when your salary is 0. You start hiding anything of value. A dropped coin here, a lost bead there. Your retirement fund fits in your palm. Meanwhile, you are building your owner a new longhouse. It is like renovating someone else's house while living in a shed. 7 coins saved in 3 years. Freedom costs about 200. You'll be free by the time you are dead. The owner's son is grown now. Same bully, bigger fists, and you still can't hit back. Free men gather to vote on laws. You walk right through carrying firewood. Nobody sees you. You are furniture. When storms hit, Vikings sit by the hearth with warm mead. You sit in a shed hoping the walls hold. Frostbite takes 2 of your toes, 1 winter. You don't get a day off, you get a limp. Get sick, and you either recover on your own or you don't. Medicine is for the people who own you. Winter is when thralls die, cold, disease, exhaustion. Your owner replaces you like a broken tool. You've survived 25 winters. That makes you ancient for a thrall. Most don't see 20. Your knees go first, then your back, then your spirit. In that exact order. Tasks that were easy 5 years ago now take twice as long. Your owner notices. When a tool gets dull, you sharpen it. When it breaks, you throw it away. You are the tool in this metaphor. You've learned a skill, smithing. You are more valuable now, which means you are harder to replace, not closer to free. You fix their weapons so they can go fight glorious battles. You stay behind and fix more weapons. Every ship that sails is a life. You'll never live. Every saga told by the fire is about someone who isn't you. Then your owner dies, and instead of freedom, you get something worse. They're discussing who gets sacrificed at the funeral, and they keep looking at you. Viking funerals are legendary. The chief gets buried with his treasures, his weapons, and his slaves. They give you clean clothes for the first time in your life, not for you, for the ceremony. They give you mead and food before the ceremony. Your best meal ever is also your last. The mead is supposed to make this easier. It doesn't. You board the ship, not as crew, as cargo. One last time. You've spent your whole life serving someone else. Even your death isn't about you. The fire takes the ship. The crowd watches. A great man goes to Valhalla. You go nowhere. No songs for the thrall. No stories around the fire. You just stop existing. The next morning, the farm doesn't skip a beat. There is already a new thrall, carrying your bucket. Same scared eyes, same iron collar, same question nobody bothers answering. Different kid, same path. The mud remembers even if nobody else does. Welcome to the Viking Age. Hope you like rowing, mud, and being worth less than a goat.